Now we are having a video on ruminant stomach. A ruminant stomach having 4 chambers. How does it work? There's a video on ruminant stomach or the 4-chambered stomach of cows and other animals. Details for the elementary class students. We are not going into details, but we are just dealing it at the very elementary stage. But just what is a ruminant stomach and how does it work? So ruminant stomach for junior and high level students, high level school students, but not in very great details, but just at the middle school and high school levels. What is ruminant stomach and how does it work? First of all, what do we mean by the word ruminants? Now, ruminants are large animals. They are hoofed animals. They are so-called ungulates. Anguli comes from the Hindi word anguli. So they are hoofed animals. They are herbivorous animals and they are mammals. So they are herbivorous mammals. You will not find ruminant stomach in a tiger or a lion. It must be a herbivorous mammal. It must be a hoofed mammal. It must be something which is feeding on grass and leaves. So hoofed herbivorous mammal, mainly feeding on grass and leaves, have a 4-chambered stomach, and the food swallowed is first fermented. The food is fermented. There's fermentation with the help of microbes before actual digestion. Before it really goes for digestion, there's a microbial fermentation. So the principal characteristics of ruminants are they are herbivores and hoofed mammals. They feed on grass and leaves, that is, food containing a large amount of cellulose. Their stomach has 4 chambers, and the swallowed food is fermented by microbes and then returned to the mouth for rechewing or mastication, what we call rumination or chewing the cud. So ruminants are herbivores. They are hoofed mammals. They feed on plant product which contain a huge amount of cellulose. The stomach has 4 chambers and the swallowed food is first subjected to microbial fermentation and then returned to the mouth for rechewing or remastication. Now these are the examples of ruminant animals. Bovines, cows, oxen, buffaloes. Then we have goats, sheep, deer, giraffe, antelopes, gazelles. These are the examples of ruminant animals. Bovines, goats, sheep, giraffes, deer, gazelles, and antelopes. These are examples of ruminant animals. They are large mammals. They are hoofed mammals. They primarily feed on grass and leaves, and they have a 4-chambered stomach. Now, this is the diagram of a 4-chambered stomach. The names of the 4 chambers in order are first rumen, then reticulum, then omesum, then abomesum. First, you are getting rumen, then you are getting reticulum, then omesum and abomesum. So the food comes from esophagus, that is after swallowing from mouth, it comes from esophagus. It comes down the esophagus into the rumen first. First it comes to the rumen. Then from rumen it passes to the reticulum. Then it passes to the reticulum. Then from there it goes to omesum. And then finally abomesum, where digestive enzymes and hydrochloric acids are secreted. So rumen, the work is to store and ferment the food. Reticulum will ferment the food and also sediment the heavy particles like rock particles, pebbles. Omesum will absorb water, and abomesum, the true stomach, will produce acid and enzymes for digestion. Rumen and reticulum. Food from esophagus enters the first chamber called rumen, and from rumen it goes to the second chamber called reticulum. Now food is only partially chewed. Food is not fully chewed because most of the animals have a grab and swallow policy. In the field when they are grazing, they just grab and swallow. They hardly chew it. So it is very poorly chewed. Now rumen reticulum, the work. First of all, they act as temporary storage areas and fermentation vats. Rumen and reticulum are the sites for microbial breakdown of cellulose. Both of them, rumen and reticulum, actually it should be sites. They are the sites for microbial breakdown of cellulose. Why? Because the animals have no enzyme to break cellulose. Cows, buffaloes, goats, sheep, deer, they have no enzyme to break down cellulose. So it has to be through microbial breakdown, microbial action. These are symbiotic microbes. Then they form small balls called cuts for rumination, that is returning to the mouth for remastication or rechewing. A rumen may have a capacity of more than 100 liters, and rumen and reticulum could make more than 80% up to 85% of the total capacity. Reticulum with honeycomb-like walls helps to precipitate or rather sediment large particles, pebbles, and even sharp nails, blades, nails, screws that accidentally they swallow. And these are so dangerous when they precipitate an excess of nails and pins and blades. It could puncture the stomach and lead to fatal bleeding. That is the reason why we should not throw these things in the grassy field where the animals graze. Where the animals graze, we should not throw pins or blades or other objects because they could be swallowed. They would go on getting sedimented in the reticulum, but ultimately at one time they could puncture the stomach and lead to fatal bleeding. From rumen and reticulum, the food is regurgitated and rechewed. That means it is brought back to the mouth for rechewing. This is called the rumination or chewing the cud. It's to be brought back and chewed again. So this is called chewing the cud or rumination. And after a second mastication, it is swallowed again. Swallowed, it should be not swollen, it should be swallowed and swallowed again. The next two chambers are omesum and abomesum. Omesum is a globular globular in shape. It has many crypts and folds. The main work is to absorb water and some nutrients. The main work is water absorption. Abomesum is often called the true stomach, where hydrochloric acid and digestive enzymes are secreted for digestion. It is most closely related to our stomach. Production of hydrochloric acid, production of mucus, and production of digestive enzymes for digestion of food. And it is the smallest of the four chambers. Rumen is the largest and abomesum is the smallest. A lot of gases are produced during fermentation. These could include odorless gases like carbon dioxide, but it could also include methane. It could also include sometimes hydrogen sulfide, those which are smelly gases. These gases are expelled during regurgitation. That is during the time when food is brought back to mouth for chewing the cud. So this is a ruminant stomach, the elementary details for middle school and high school students. How does a ruminant stomach work? He's the Elite English Educational Trust. WhatsApp us or email us if you want any video or any test, MCQ test on any chapter. All our services are entirely free of cost. So hope you will enjoy the video. Continue to follow us, subscribe us, like us, and share these videos. All our services are entirely free of charge, so you can write to us or email us or WhatsApp us exactly what do you need. So till then, thank you and goodbye.